Hello guys and welcome, I'm WAZY and today we are doing Formula 1 2017 Korea. Have to have a driver number 69, I am from Australia, my nice helmet which is a red and black helmet. And now we're going to start the Korea. We're going to select Sauber as the team because they've been in Formula 1 for 25 years and that's cool, I'm pretty much 25 years of age. Now I've selected Pascal Wehrlein as my teammate. Anyway, we're going to add to 95% difficulty, legend, and with 25% race distance, and now we're going to go see Emma Jenkins for our contract information.
Yes, and I respect that, but my client has a championship to contest, so if you want our participation, I'm afraid the concessions are mandatory. Yes, that's fine. Get back to me when you can. Goodbye. No one ever just signs the contract. Anyway, thanks for coming by on such short notice. I just needed to cover a couple of quick things with you before you race. Firstly, as requested, here's a copy of your contract. It's a rolling deal. However, the team reserves right of termination if you fail to meet performance standards. You're second driver for now, but work hard, hit your targets, and I'll be able to sweeten the deal. I'm also looking to get you into some invitational events throughout the season. The experience and exposure from these will be great for your image. Plus, you'll get to drive some nice historic cars. Now then, go get ready for the next session. And good luck.
Now we skipped the fact that we did practice, so we're not going to skip practice. We're not going to show practice in this series at all. And now we're going to see Chris.
Ah, you got my message. Perfect. Welcome to home away from home. We get more real-time data from the factory now than ever before, and it all comes through here. So I have to spend more time checking over the reports and less time hunting you down in the hospitality suite. To that end, Sorry, just a sec. Yeah, Chris, is this important? I'm in the middle of something. Okay. Right. Well, that makes no sense. Have Sarah reset the simulation and run it again. Okay. Sorry about that. As I was saying, we've set up a desk for you at the front here. You can get onto the network from your laptop, so make sure to check the R&D screen regularly. And let us know how you want to use the data that we've collected over the weekend and through the practice programs. Also, bear in mind that the news from the factory won't always be good. Sometimes tests fail, like you've seen just now. And when that happens, we have to divert additional resources to fix it. C'est la vie, I'm afraid.
So as you can see, we're getting our resource points now. And we're going to skip towards purchasing our engine upgrades right about now. And as you can see here, we get the stuff at efficiency, so it makes it less resource points for our future upgrades. And also here we get the main engine upgrade, well, first engine upgrade we can get. And we're going to be focusing on engine throughout this career mode. Okay, now inside the practice programs, we got purple on all of them except for qualifying pace and fuel saving, and that's basically how it went, unfortunately.
Hey, looks like you've got a bit of rivalry going on out there. This is good. Gets people talking about you. Just make sure you outperform them, okay?
So we get a new rival, and remember Pascal Wehrlein's our teammate, and why is Marcus Ericsson our teammate? I don't know what happened.
Welcome to Melbourne, where qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix should be getting underway shortly. This is the kind of track that eats rear tyres for breakfast, or so I'm told by more experienced drivers than myself.
Well, tyre management is key here, specifically the rears. It's all too easy to overheat and wear the rear tyres if they're punished out of the low-speed corners. Most teams won't be able to avoid some kind of issue here, especially the teams that are running less downforce.
Okay, we know it's going to be a struggle to get out of this session, but give it your best shot.
Okay, starting Formula 1 2017 with qualifying mode, well, qualifying in Albert Park, Australia. As you see, we started our flying lap, and now we're going to go later on into the lap. Right about now, there we go, later on into the lap. As you can see, we've been doing alright. We could do better on these corners, could apex better, could get a bit better exit there, but unfortunately, the Sauber doesn't have a great car compared to the other cars I've driven in this game so far. So now we're going to go later on into the lap, nearer to the end, coming into the penultimate corner. Here you go, the slow second gear corner, and then now going through the high speed and last corner of the corner and go really wide there. And across the line, what place are we going to get? Position 19.
You moved into P19 with that last lap.
So now we're at the end of our second lap. As you can see, we're up about 6/10 on our lap so far, which is really good. And let's see where this place is going to get us. As we're coming into the second last corner, the second slowest third gear corner this time. Going into this high speed last corner. Let's hope we do a better job. Oh, we actually hit the wall. We'll lose some time there, unfortunately. Because losing time there could be major. What place do we get? We get 20th. What a 20th place. Last place on the grid. So, let's see how good our times were against Marcus Ericsson. Okay, exactly the same lap time. Exactly the same lap time. Between me and my teammate. Okay. That's weird. Really weird. Okay, so we're gonna get the new engine, new engine parts. Basically, all of them, the fifth one. We're not gonna use them for this race, but we will have them spare for later on in the season. And we're probably gonna get all bonus extra for engines that we can get. Due to the fact that we're starting near the back of the grid most of the time anyway, so we may as well just take the penalty and use the spare engines for the race.
Today's race, of course, not simply the start of a new season, but the start of a new kind of Formula One. Anthony Davidson, great to have you with us once again. This is a big moment for the sport. Big changes to the technical regulations. The potential, perhaps, to give us the biggest shake-up since 2014. Very different cars visually, and, fingers crossed, much faster as well.
Good thing then that combined these teams put in just a shade over 13,000 kilometres on the clock during testing. The cornering speed of these new machines is absolutely unbelievable. How many lap records are still held by Michael Schumacher from 2004? Well, on the right day, on the right tyres, we might just be threatening them this year. Wider tyres, wider cars, more downforce. I have to say they look great, and the qualifying spectacle is undebatable. Now the big question remains, can they follow? Can they race? Or have these new rules gone too far?
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and starting alongside him P2 is Sebastian Vettel. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Raikkonen, Bottas, Max Verstappen and Ricciardo, Massa, Grosjean, Hülkenberg and Carlos Sainz, Ocon, Perez, Daniel Kvyat and Stroll, Magnussen, Palmer, Fernando Alonso and Stoffel van Dorn, Ericsson, and a Sauber rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
So hello guys, and this is now the live commentary section of the race. So as you can tell, this is going to be a race series where I'm going to be doing both a highlight video and the full race, just so you guys, depending on what you like, you can watch the full race or you can watch the live commentary. We do only have this on, I'm going to put 15.5 laps, I mean, yeah, whatever. Just want to see something. So super soft, and soft is the one that we're going to use, I suppose. Personalized and personalized. Yeah, it's definitely faster to do the high time management. So yeah, basically, they're going to start the race. 95 difficulty. Now, I haven't actually driven at 95 difficulty yet in this game. The highest difficulty I have driven... Whoa, massive side spin at the start there. We're going to lunge it into the first corner, only because we have to, but oh, did not get good traction there at all. The goal is just to keep up with our teammate Ericsson here, and hopefully, I thought it was Pascal Wehrlein, but I must have screwed that up at when I selected the team. Oh, he decided he wanted. Oh. So we do have Ericsson and an extra position as well, which is always good news. And these guys go so slowly through the first lap. But once they start spreading out, you'll see the actual speed of everyone. I've got to keep the guy right behind me out of my, away from being able to overtake me. But yeah, basically we're going to have live commentary while during the race, as well as us doing the highlight video, which will be all post commentary, and as well as this live commentary is going to be mixed with the post commentary for the qualifying and a bit of a beforehand, just to mix it up a bit, do it differently than everyone else. But yeah, the goal here is to take the Sauber. I'm using Sauber because they've been in Formula 1 for 25 years. And I'm nearly 25 years of age. So they've basically been in Formula 1 since I was born. Not quite exactly like that, but sort of. Someone went to a pits for some reason, so must have got some damage at the start of the race. As you can see, we're falling back on Magnussen slowly but surely. And too deep, just way too deep. I've got no flashback, so that was a mistake. And I'm assuming that we... Oh, just got no drive there.
Okay, box. We're adjusting the strategy. Come in this lap.
So they are adjusting the strategy. And I'm just trying to keep the guy behind me, so we're not going to keep him behind for long, but just keep the McLarens behind me for as much as I can. So this is a bad start to my career mode. I just check up so much when there's so many cars around. Now we just got to keep Van Dorn behind us for as long as possible. The straight line speed though they have is just so bad. I mean, ours is pretty bad, but we got better than the McLarens, so that's our basic objective for the season, is to beat the McLarens in the championship standings. But yeah, basically a bad start to this race, to the season, but... Oh! And there we make things even worse.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. Some information on Alonso. They seem to have an issue.
Well, that's good. Alonso's got an issue. I like that.
Okay, entering lap 3 now. DRS has been enabled.
And that's good as well. We've got DRS enabled, but that's not going to affect me.
They have some kind of mechanical problem.
Oh, well, there's a few people in front of me slowing down.
Caution.
I don't know what he had there, but we'll take a look. We'll see what happens in that. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, at least my car's all nicely fixed, and we've got Perez, so we're going to get our position target of 19th, which is the main thing really from here. Would like to beat my teammate, but don't think that's going to happen somehow. Like, we are pretty much equal on pace when I do a good lap. When I do bad laps, he's faster than me. So I've got to be like a few seconds lap faster than him just so I can get him by a pit stop, and it's not going to happen. Especially if I drive like that, man, I mean. I think we definitely got Perez. I think he's got a flat tire, to be honest, but he's already gone half a lap down. But yeah, we will make it all up. I promise you that much, because for next two races I'm pretty okay at, as long as I don't make mistakes when following cars. I mean, that's the only time I make mistakes a lot, and that happens a lot in my fun career modes myself personally. It's just that I use flashbacks in the fun career modes, whereas I want this to be a more realistic career mode. And if I make a mistake, I make a mistake. That's basically how I see it. But yeah, the game for the first lap or two, while the cars are all bunched up, it's horrendous, to be honest, because like they were slowing down way too early, in my opinion. I mean, and here's Perez again. So he is now a lap down to me. He'll be going to the pits, I'm assuming, but he's a lap down to me, so he's not going to catch us back. Not enough laps. So the reason why it's 25% distance is so I can do the full races. It's just like, if I did a 50% race, it's just too long. Way too long for me to upload, because my internet's not the greatest. It's not bad, but not the greatest. So Verstappen is now in 18th place. I'm guessing he just had a pit stop though, so, and a scheduled pit stop, so I suppose that's right. Yep, just bottle everything. Why don't I? Basically, let's just have a nice, casual, quiet race to myself. Yeah, he just pitted, so that's why that came through on the radio. Anyway, I'm going to find out about my teammate, because I really think that's a good idea. I'm going to do it next straight. Whoa, yep, don't do that. No, not box this lap. I lost so much time doing. There you go. Yeah, he's still 5/10 faster than me a lap, so yeah. So 95% difficulty when I do my normal, my fun career mode was at 85. Which I was way too fast. Like in the Williams, I was in the Williams, but for me, like, I wasn't near my teammate. My teammate was like 16, 17 seconds behind me a lap, so like behind me by the end of the race. So I figured like that's not realistic. That's why 95% is where I went with this. Probably should have gone to like 90%, but I'm guessing that's Ocon? No, that's not Ocon. Oh yeah, Ocon is retired. So Force India is having a bad race this. But yeah, we are currently doing a very good job here, actually. Alonso just came out just in front of me, so You know, this race is not all lost at all. He's on a super soft, so he will be faster. But he won't be faster because he's got a slower car down the straights. And although this track doesn't have all that high speed everywhere, there is a few straights where high speed does come into factor. So this actually, it's not as bad. I thought there was a 5-second stop-go penalty, but they haven't put me for it, so I'm assuming that that's just going to go at the end of a race anyway, so... Or something, I have no idea, unless they technically did it on my pit stop? Maybe? So teammates in the pits now. Yeah, he's definitely coming out way in front of me. But let's see if we can catch up to Stoffel Van Dorn when he comes to the pits. So yeah, we're definitely closing up the gap to Alonso.
Okay, distance to teammate 19.0 seconds.
19 seconds, but I don't think that's correct. He's a little bit closer than 19 seconds. But yeah, so definitely Alonso is going to be the guy that we can beat in this race, because we are closing him down. A few laps from here, we will have him. Only because of top line speed. Like that, even though that's a small straight, it still hits you on top speed when your car's down on it, like the McLaren is so badly down. And I swear it's gotten worse since the game release. Like I swear they adjusted it a bit more to make it even slower for Honda. But I could be wrong. But look at this, this is just insane with the amount that I closed up on him on a straight. I dropped down an extra gear by there, but yeah. I think I'm within a second now, so DRS will be available to me this next lap. But even without DRS, I would catch him. Like, that's how bad that McLaren Honda is. But there's DRS. Let's see how close this goes. Look at this closing distance. This is massive. Not going to overtake on a straight though because I wanted to be safe for Vensori. He might have a problem though as well, because his teammate is in front of him, and his teammate's pitted, and they were differently positioned. I actually gave Alonso a huge gap difference, so he might just have an issue. Like, I swear he's not that slow. We'll find out though. Van Dorn's 10 seconds up the road. If we can catch Van Dorn, we can catch my teammate, I reckon. Well, maybe not. It'd be nice to catch our teammate. So yeah, starting off first race of this championship, we are not beating my teammate. From qualifying, we qualified with the exact same lap. Like, the exact same lap, and he got technically in front of me because I think he posted it before me. I don't know how that works. So me and my teammate, at least in this game, are equal in pace at Australia. The few tracks that we won't be equal in pace on are probably going to be definitely Bahrain. That's a track I have actually been better at than I should be. Than I have been in past Formula 1 games. So that's Bahrain. Canada is another track where I feel like that's a track I'll beat my teammate for sure. And also there is one more track that that's next week for China Grand Prix. When I say next week in the game, which is going to be the next day or so on when I upload these videos. But basically, the Chinese Grand Prix is going to be pretty big. Yeah, and we will get overlapped as well.
The gap behind us is 2.3 seconds.
The good news is Van Dorn is catching my teammate, which means if they hold each other up long enough, that I can maybe have a chance with these guys. Because I started last, I took a grid penalty, and every time I qualify last in this game, you're going to see me grab a new engine. I won't use it, but may as well take as many as you can. Especially when you qualify pretty low down. We're also going to focus on engine. That's the only thing we're going to focus on this season, really. The reason why we're only going to focus on the engine is because the engine is just so much... it's so important with this car. Like, it's pretty low down for a Ferrari engine. And so the fact that it's pretty low down for a Ferrari engine is the reason why we're going to be using a using the engine upgrades as much as we can. Hopefully we'll get this engine by the end of the season to at least like the Renault speeding engines, and that will give us a huge boost in the fact that we will definitely be a better car than the McLaren. So yeah, I'm not exactly fast enough to compete with the guys in front of me. They are escaping me. 13 seconds. So yeah, I don't have a pace. That's basically how we've got to put it. That's just how it's the simplest way you can put it. I don't have a pace to out qualify at this track against my teammate or the guys in front of me. In saying that, I think that maybe I'm closing in on my teammate, maybe.
So the gap to our teammate is 15.6 seconds.
Maybe not, maybe I am, maybe I'm not. But yeah, like the good news about this game is like you literally start last and your goal is 19th place. Like, I mean, when your goal is 19th place, you're going to get that goal with ease. Like, just one retirement in this race and you've got it, basically. But yeah, definitely Alonso's got some sort of issue, or he's saving his car, because his teammate, Van Dorn, is like smashing me. Although in saying that, if I wasn't talking while racing, I probably would be a little bit faster, but the mistake I made at the beginning of the race when I had the chance to stay with those guys up the front was purely my fault. Like, that was no one else's fault there, except for mine. I just got to be a bit more cautious against the AI drivers at the start of races.
The gap to the car ahead is 15.3 seconds.
I think that's Perez behind us. There's actually a overlapping car. I feel like he's unlapped himself from Alonso. And his next victim is going to be me, even though he's a lap down. But yeah. Just got no grip in his tires. I like literally gone off the cliff. But yeah, we'll get this car. I really believe we'll get this car to be a top tier team by the end of within 3 seasons. I think that's about what it will take to fully upgrade your car. 3 or 4 seasons. So my strategy for upgrading cars is a bit different to other people's. There's those things you can purchase to make it cheaper, which as you saw at the beginning, as you would have seen, I would have showed you that I purchased them before I even purchased the engine upgrade. I did purchase an engine upgrade because it takes 2 races to do, so we can get enough points to get the next, not upgrade, but the next highest costing, yeah, there's Perez. I'm going to let him pass because he's just faster. No point fighting with him. He's got the Mercedes power behind him. Plus, they last. I did not mean to be faster than him there. I just wanted him in front. He's also on the faster tyre than me, so you know. And that's another thing. Like, maybe I would be the same speed as the guys in front of me, but I've just got the slower tyre. Oh, that's an exceeding of track limit. I hardly went off the track. I ran wide more than anything, but I suppose that is an advantage.
3.7 seconds.
And the good news is I'm not last. Like, I mean, out of the car's still running. I'm third last. That's a good thing. Like, we beat our objective, which is what you need to do in this game. Beat your objective. Sure, it'd be nice to beat your teammate, but they're faster than me. There's just no doubt about it. And next race at China, as long as I don't screw up on the first corner or whatever, on the first few laps when I'm following cars that are faster than me, when they suck in their speed on.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining. This is your final lap.
We will catch up to them. My next goal is, so yeah, basically we're going to do, this year is going to be all about the engine. In fact, the engine's going to be a fully upgraded one. It takes about 1.5 seasons to fully upgrade your car, actually, from what I can remember. Anyway, the race has been finished. We are on our last lap. We did not get lapped, so that's cool. Yeah, they are definitely faster than me. Alonso's catching me, but he's catching me too slow, too little, too late. So yeah. What is my tyres at? Yeah, they're not bad, to be honest. They say rear tyres eat up at this track, but for me, it's always been front tyres at any track, doesn't matter. But yeah, basically, this race was not a bad race at all. I might have sounded a bit negative during this commentary, but really was not bad. I mean, if I never made that mistake, I would have had the position of Ericsson. He did get overtaken by Van Dorn at the end there, unfortunately. Would have liked him to beat. I would have liked him to beat someone, but anyway, that's not the end of the world. So we crossed the line, 17th place, and that is basically a win for us.
Great drive. We're really happy with that performance.
18th, oh yeah, I got that penalty, 5-second penalty at the end.
And Mercedes have pulled off a great victory here today. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
The difference was clearly in the strategy. You could tell they'd done a lot of work on the pit wall to really optimise each stint and get the most out of the tyres. And it highlights just how much of a team sport this really is. But credit to the driver as well, though. There's no good having a well-oiled machine behind the scenes without a talented hand on the wheel, of course.
And here are our podium drivers today after that excellent race. They've excelled here, as they so often do, and it's a well-deserved victory. Mercedes, then, are on top today. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Valtteri Bottas takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship after an excellent result. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
I'm going to go for Marcus Ericsson. He's clearly got a very delicate touch in close proximity to other cars, and he's matured a lot over the past few seasons, which served him well today.
And now let's take a look at the Constructors' standings. Mercedes move to the top of the table. That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye, and see you again next time.
Okay, so as you can see after that last bit of the actual commentators commentating, you can see how good that 5-second penalty, that stop and go penalty at the end of the race, which puts me behind Alonso, but we still got our place. We came 18th instead of 19th because Sergio Perez was a whole lap behind us. As for fastest laps, I was just not fast enough. I mean, I might have been faster on the faster tires, and I might have been able to do one like 28.9 or something and beat Marcus Ericsson's fastest lap. But basically, I screwed up at the beginning of the race. It was my fault that we came down this far, and yeah, that's really how it ended up. So anyway, I'm going to finish the end of the recording later on and finish the actual whole everything to do with this video, as well as show you the invitational event that you're going to be I'm going to be invited to. So yeah, have fun, guys.
Indeed it is. And this is Jonathan. He's going to let you drive some of his cars.
Well, not quite my cars, per se. It's a mere detail. You know, I'd really rather be down there racing them myself, to be honest. I'm actually quite handy behind the wheel, but it's the downforce, those lateral Gs, you know? The old neck can't really handle it. So I need a pro. That's where you come in. We run in a bunch of events throughout the year. Time trials, races, all sorts. And I have it on good authority that you have the ability and temperament to do well in these. Make our business look good, and most importantly, bring the cars back in one piece. So consider this a formal invitation. I'll see you at the track.
Now, I'd just like to step into my office. I'd like to go over those contract revisions and stuff.
So we're going to take the overtaking challenge pursuit thing. So yeah, this is going to be the invitational, and it will be attached to the end of that last video that you just watched recently. We did lose down on our rivalry. We're now 3-6 against our teammate Marcus Ericsson. But anyway, we've got a limit of 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Rolling start when we're driving the Williams, whatever car it is. So I've got to overtake 12 cars. Ugh. That was not good, not a good start so far, but we will get there. Don't really know when to change gears because it doesn't really give you much information there. But we're going to dive it down here. So there we go, we've got 2 of the 12. In fact, you know, I've pretty much given up on this right now. We're just going to drive around. Just no grip in this car at all. Well. So yeah, not very good. Not even get a single overtake. Woo! In saying that though, there is a car I'm catching up. Maybe I'll close in the gap. Woo! Get one! Maybe. Nah, won't get one. Oh well. There we go. End of it. Screwed it up majorly, and I mean I could restart it, but I really can't be freaked. I'm pretty sure you don't have to actually pass them to get the bonuses from that. You just have to compete in them really, so I think. I mean I could be wrong and you have to actually win them, but you know. I just do them for fun anyway, but yeah. So it's been great. It's been great for you to watch this video, and I will hopefully see you in the next video at China, which is loading currently now. We're also going to get a part. Actually, I might as well just stay for. Oh no, we're not going to get a part. We're going to get the career score. So yep, we're going to end the video right here, and hopefully you will come and watch the next video, which will be very shortly as well. And I would like you to have a wonderful day, and if you did like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, and also leave a comment about what you liked about the video, or just anything in general. I'm always free to just talk to the people that like to comment on my videos, so have a wonderful day, and goodbye.